Meantime, staying at the Supreme Court, major arguments were heard in two cases aimed at protecting women's sports, with Justice Samuel Alito making headlines with this question.
What does it mean to be a boy or a girl or a man or a woman?
We do not have a definition for the court. What we're saying is that the way it applies in practice is to exclude birth-sex males categorically from women's teams, and that there's a subset of those birth-sex males where it doesn't make sense to do so according to the state's own interest.
Well, how can a court determine whether there's discrimination on the basis of sex without knowing what sex means for equal protection purposes?
Former volleyball player and sports ambassador for Independent Women, Peyton McNabb, joins me now. Peyton, that question by Justice Alito seemed to really be the key takeaway from yesterday's arguments. And doesn't the argument for biological males in female sports completely fall apart if you can't even define what a man is and what a woman is in the first place?
I mean, the insanity of this cannot be overstated. This sounds like some kind of made-up play, but this is real life, and that's incredibly sad that this is even having to be at the Supreme Court, the highest court in the first place. The high court can't even determine what a woman is. I mean, how insane is that? And how are you going to put a whole case based off of sex and then not even have a definition? That just shows that this is an absolute clown show. And it's sad because the women are the ones that are being punished for this.
Well, that said, it did appear that the Supreme Court seemed more inclined than not to take your position in favor of keeping biological men out of women's sports in states that enact such a law. Here's Justice Brett Kavanaugh with what I would say is a really crucial point yesterday. Listen.
Obviously, one of the great successes in America over the last 50 years has been the growth of women and girls sports. Some states in the federal government and the NCAA and the Olympic Committee think that allowing transgender women and girls to participate will undermine or reverse that amazing success.
Peyton, as someone like yourself who has been fighting tirelessly for women's sports over the course of the last couple of years, for that growth that we have seen to not stop, what was your reaction when you heard Justice Kavanaugh say that?
That was so hopeful to hear. You know, to me, this ruling should be a 9-0, no questions asked ruling, because this is supposed to be the highest court. They should always make sure that facts trump feelings. So to hear that was really nice, because you really just never know, which is the sad part about it. And he's exactly right. I mean, we've worked so hard. Women have worked so hard to even have these opportunities given to us. And the fact that we're now going backwards, we're regressing all of that hard work, it's just a slap in the face to all women in all ages.
I wouldn't anticipate a 9-0 ruling in light of one of the justices, Ketanji Brown Jackson, having a similar issue defining man, woman, when she was asked a few years ago, so we will pay attention to that. But I want to pose a hypothetical. It does appear, as I said, the court's conservative majority seems more inclined to allow states to keep biological men out of women's sports. But that's the states that enact such a law. That's the states that want to do that. What happens when there's a tournament between a team in one state and a team in another state where one of those states has such a law and one of those states, I'm looking at the blue ones, the far left ones, the Democratic ones, does not have such a law? How do you see that kind of a tournament, that kind of game between those two teams ultimately playing out?
See, that's a hard question. Of course, I'm going to take the side of the protections of women should be in place no matter what. But it's just the fact that not all 50 states are willing to stand up for their women and girls. And that's really the sad part. And it mostly is the Democratic states, which again just shows that this leadership and that administration in these states do not care about their women and girls enough to stand up for them. So I will always give credit to the 27 states that have passed some sort of legislation to protect their girls in their sports. And it should be all 50, no questions asked.
Peyton McNabb, big day yesterday. Now we await the big decision come June. A lot is going to change after that. Peyton McNabb, thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.